Welcome to Reality Check with Rios. Second episode, we got our boy KEEM. What's up, Big KEEM?
What's up, man?
Hey, man.
Better living, man.
Y'all don't even know. This has been a long time coming. We've been trying to connect and get together for a while, but just circumstances and situations, it hasn't lined up. You know how life is.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you coming through.
Love,
you know what I mean? This is my house.
Yeah,
so you know if you here,
Yeah.
I fuck with you
For sure.
all the way. And it's no funny shit. It's all about you and bettering you and keeping you in a comfortable situation. I don't ever want to go somewhere and go too far where you're not comfortable. You know what I mean?
I appreciate
this is
that
like
for sure. Yeah.
a real podcast. This is just a real conversation. Real brothers just sitting here talking, having a good conversation.
That's why I'm good. I'm good with the timing too, because I like this set more than any. You know, you had a few setups.
Yeah.
This right here, this the one. I would have felt robbed if I would have came earlier. And then, you know what I mean? I like this setup a lot.
I'd have had to do the front yard and shit.
You know what I mean? Like, let me go ahead and get this one in. I like this stuff.
Oh, shit.
Congratulations on this, man. Good for emotion.
That shit is funny as fuck, guys, because this is, we started out there. I started out there. Then I started on the wall outside.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went to my gun room upstairs. And then now it's down here. So it's been 4 progressions, really.
Yeah.
Like, so.
Good process,
Here we are, man.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Empath.
Empathed up.
Tell me what that is for anybody out there that doesn't know, because I really don't know what an empath is. What is that?
Well,
I've heard you
I
say
haven't
it a couple
always
times.
known. I really just started saying that a couple years
Okay.
ago. When somebody kind of said the word to me, and I was like, "It's like you're an empath." I'm like, it broke it down. But as far as I can remember, I've always been the person like just watching the news since a kid. If I watched the news, the good news, I was happy for people I never met, never knew. Like, damn, that's dope. I kind of like shared that joy with them if I seen it, you know what I mean? And then the bad news used to fuck with me.
Fuck you up.
And yeah, it fuck with me. Like, and if I seen something, I just feel it. I just get to thinking about the mother's perspective or the father's or the brother. You know, I get all the way into perspective. So I'm not saying that's empath, but I think just more so being
Emotionally connected to people's outcomes and their situations, like feeling that shit, like, damn.
For sure.
Do you put yourself in that situation? Do you like, if this happened to me, damn, or is it just really just you just care about that person?
Both.
Just that connection to humanity.
It's both. It's both. And it's something I can't even control. It's really like one of those things, like, I can't control it. I'm that person. If it's a room full of people, I'm going to be one of the ones that just paying attention to the smallest of details of, you know, this person in the cut, chilling, quiet, and all that. Like, I'm paying attention to that person. I'm paying attention to the loudest person, too. And I just be listening to, you know, body language, seeing what the people are really trying to say sometimes. I just feel like I just be tapped in. I don't know. Like,
so let's be like, can you read people? Are you a good reader?
I feel like I'm a great
Okay.
reader. Yeah.
Because that means you tapped in on another level. You know?
I don't know. Like, I personally feel that way. I'm not like self-proclaimed or anything, but for sure, that's why I think I'm just good with people too.
But most people don't even take the time to be even worried about somebody else.
Yeah.
They just look right past people.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's just another motherfucker right here.
Yeah.
But if you can take the time to look and think and put extra thought into somebody that you don't know, that means you kind of connected on another level of caring at least. You know what I mean?
For sure. And that's what I'm saying. Like, since kid, I always, it's like, you know, just think about just being kids and running to go get food because the food is getting put on the table or on the stove now, right? And then you got, you know, I got a couple of my peoples, they ain't really giving a fuck about who behind them.
They just go grub.
Yeah, they go.
Hey, you did that at the, was that you at the barbecue?
Well, that's because there was no plates. Everybody acting like they didn't want to eat, so I show people, no, I show y'all the way. That's how you make a plate.
Showing how to do it. Okay.
It's good because everybody's like, we can't eat no plates. Shit, we gonna figure it out, you know what I mean? But like, even to this day with my family, I eat last. I just I think about people too much sometimes. Sometimes it's not good. I'll say people tell me it's not good, or I feel it's not good. Like, damn, you really got to think about yourself.
You got to prioritize yourself.
A little bit more.
You got to prioritize yourself.
So, you know, but I love it. That's really been my thing. That's something I take pride in, is just being a human when I come across people. Like, yeah, that's really what it be.
What is that shit they say? A human being, a spiritual being having a human experience, right?
Yeah.
A spiritual being having. So, okay, let's get to this. So you suggested a bomb-ass book to me, The 6 Pillars of Self-Esteem. And dude, I appreciate that shit for real, because when you suggest a book to somebody, you sharing some knowledge, right? Like, this is what I read, this is what it did for me.
Yeah.
And I feel like you valuable enough to tell you, hey, take the time to read this. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so thank you, because I do that a lot. Tell people like, hey, this book is good, power down, such and such or whatever. And so that book, 6 Pillars of Self-Esteem, it taught me, because I didn't know, I was given the label insecurity to a lot of shit. Instead of low self-esteem.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, insecurity is like, oh, I feel low about myself or whatever, but self-esteem is when you let that, low self-esteem is when you let that insecurity stop you from doing shit.
Yeah.
You know, and so I was like, oh, fuck.
For sure.
And so being a dad, being a father, it made me start thinking like the teachers that our children have with low self-esteem could be projecting that shit on our children with whatever experiences and traumas that they have. And it made me start looking at that shit different, which I was not doing. I wasn't looking at it like that about teachers. I was like, oh, they are whatever, you know what I mean? They just, but
they prepared to be here. You feel like the teachers and everybody, they prepared to be here. They was here. This is what, I mean, clearly when you bring, I don't know if it's public or private, whatever the case may be. But,
public and private.
Okay, yeah. I don't think it matters too much, but I just think the assumption is that the teachers is prepared to be here. And like you saying, we ourselves can forget the human factor of it. Like, it's a whole human right there, you know what I mean?
Right.
Dealing with, sometimes a lot of kids, you know, some parents is sending their kids to school and everything because they just don't want them
in their house.
In the house, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you got to add in
hey,
all of that.
It's like,
yeah, for sure, man. It's definitely a collab. It's a collab. And shout outs to the teachers too, though. You know, right. Shout outs to the genuine ones, the ones that's in it for something bigger than themselves. And yeah, but it's definitely a collab. I think the parents gotta always be tuned in and aware of how that can be on it from the teacher perspective. Exactly. You know what I mean? And as well, you know, just knowing that we got the kids is the thrivers though. Like, those the ones. It's the best energy you'll ever get in life is through the youth, right?
Exactly.
Like, from the youngest to the oldest. So it's like, what? How do I not even keep my kid regular? Like, if my kid can go up another notch, I'm here to help them. I'm here to communicate that with you, teacher. You know what I'm saying? Because you probably didn't catch it.
Exactly.
You know, you probably didn't catch it. You probably don't know.
And like, you think about how difficult it is with your girls, just your girls, how difficult it is parenting or doing whatever, and you are there at nighttime. We got homework, we're cooking, with dinner, bathing, go to bed, right?
Yeah.
Wake up, get ready for school, it's like, really, we're doing preparation for them to do the work. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? But they got 30.
30.
Like, how do you, like, I sometimes it gives me anxiety when I think about what they do on the regular, you know what I mean, with these children. Like, fuck, that you can't expect them to be perfect. And it's almost like, at that point, it's like, you drop a little bit, like, damn, you human, I don't even know how you doing this shit.
Yeah, nah, for sure. And that's the part, that's what I'm saying. That's what I think we do get a little different, private or public, because my girls, they still not even in the homework stage. They still young, like basically daycare style. But it's a lot of kids.
Right.
And I'm looking at the business side of it like, damn, y'all keep enrolling kids. I'm watching the kids get enrolled, but y'all also at the same time, y'all understaffed. So it's like, I'm thinking now, like,
they're getting paid for each kid.
They getting paid for each kid. And hello.
Hey, babe.
And they getting paid for each kid, and it's just like, I'm looking at it like the thought process of what do y'all really want to do though?
Right.
Is it just to pay, or is it, because I'm seeing it and I'm pulling up with my girls someday. It's twice I did it. I was like, I'm gonna just go ahead and take them home.
Yeah.
I just, you know, the energy. I'm big on like, you ain't gotta be like kissing my kid's ass and nothing like that. Right. But just greet them. You know what I mean? When they walk into this building, greet them. That stuff matters. Little stuff.
Your energy is off today. My baby's just staying home.
Yeah, I ain't really, because I can see the stress on their face when I walk in. Yeah. Like, y'all stressed out. Yeah. Kids going. Let me do you a favor. Let me take 2 off your head. Yeah, I'm chilling. You know what I mean? So I feel for the teachers and everything, and I'm a little nervous. I'm big nervous, honestly, about my girls, you know, stepping into this. Just stepping into all of that,
right?
Everything we know about it. We've been kids, so if they not being watched, they running their own program, and that kind of concerned me.
Right.
For me, like, what's going, like, I don't know, but hey, man, my faith is high, so
and that's what it boils down to.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta you got to rely on your parenting and your faith, you know what I mean, and what's happening in your belief system. So, but that was just to say how important that book was to me. Like, it made me think about, like, this, just how this conversation went. It was just in my head, like, oh shit, I've been overlooking some shit.
Yeah.
I may have been holding them to too high of a standard and not understanding what they're going through on the daily. You know what I mean? So, needless to say, you are a high level thinker, right? Like, I think of you
that's thank you.
I think of you as a high level thinker. I've talked to you, I've heard your conversations and the depth of your knowledge about certain things, right? So, what it does to me, it makes me think, like, damn, you do a great job on all the platforms that you're on. Every platform you go to, Apollo, Big Community World with the What Could Go Wrong.
Yeah.
And your platform, you do a great job.
Thank you, bro.
But from my observation, I feel like on these platforms, you're not necessarily speaking about the things that you want to talk about or speak about, like the message that you want to come across. Like, I feel like you get out your car, and then you talk about some other shit. I feel like you get back in your car, and you back to got the KEEM hat on.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
yeah,
for sure.
So I'm just saying that to say, is that a fair observation, or?
It is, and also because these, for the most, like, say the streams, it'd be 3 hours, 4 hours sometimes and shit. And for me, it's another, like, to the truth and the details, because I felt like I'm gonna give it off. I'm gonna say these things. It just might not be the clip that get hit. It might not be the conversation that the homies sparks, sometimes even, like, follow up with me sometimes.
Right,
I throw something out there, like, all right, whatever. They ain't
playing
on
the
that.
point. That's just like, nigga, let's run the play.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know what I mean? So I just kind of, like, I'm big on knowing that I feel like I can adapt in any room too. And since I came in on that foot. I came in on the entertainment side of it. And shit, yeah, I can do that too. And I feel like the reason why it do be working for me the way it do is because I think the truth of the people, like my tribe of people, they see it, they hear it, they hear it in the details sometimes. Like, all right, nah, he ain't just
like, the truth is in the details.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's there, but I know, like, I'm not even, like, the best articulator either, so that's a whole nother thing. So even since a kid, I used to be one of the kids. I felt smart, but you know, my environment made me feel dumb. Like, cause I didn't, from the house to school, I didn't really have nobody on me to, like, finish up homework or help me with homework. None of that, you know. But I don't know, something about, like, I wasn't like I was dumb in there. I just wasn't what's that word I'm looking for?
So, like, you weren't being pushed, or you weren't being, like, someone wasn't telling you, like, hey, you're doing a good job. Like, this shit that you're doing, getting that confirmation. You know what I mean?
Words
like,
of
affirmation.
I didn't get that. And then the times I got some, I got some substitutes sometimes, a couple of substitutes that I remember for life. They came in and had different, reports with me and everything, but
good or bad?
Good.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Good. I was just saying, meaning, like, as a kid, I felt inadequate in them environments. But for me, I always was like, what are we talking about?
Right.
Like, what's the work? I can do that. But I was never doing it. I was never motivated to do it. So you know how I get when, the grades come in and all that. You the dumb kid. When it's F's and everything, they basically, from, everybody looking at you like that way. You're not getting picked for the assemblies. You're not going on field trips.
Right.
There's so many things that start eating at your self-esteem.
Right.
Early.
For sure.
Yeah, I've been going through that all my life. And so I do like where I'm at as an adult, this age now, way more expressive than I used to be, younger days and everything.
Because you've grown into your own and now you're comfortable with who you are.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, you've grown to a point of maturity where you're like, damn, I'm a dope person. But as a kid, you don't have that confidence. It has to be built. You know what I mean? It's got to be built. And sometimes people aren't taking the time to do that. But needless to say, where you are today is a great place.
Yeah.
And I've noticed what you're doing. But even on your platform, it's like, I tell people, they always like, oh, you some way on Ace Boys Worldwide and you're a different way at home. I'm not going to cuz and gangster up my kids. You know what I mean?
Right,
like, I'm out hanging out with my boys. I'm not gonna act the same way I act at a bar, how I'm gonna act in my daughter's bedroom, talking to her, putting her to sleep. It's a duality to life. There's different energies and different hats that you wear. And I was saying that because I think once you take the shackles off and once you like literally just say, hey, I'm about to do this shit how I want to do it, I think a lot of people are going to be in fucking trouble, or a lot of people are going to benefit from that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I hope, shit, you know what I mean? What's Blast say? How many of my circle win if I win? Yeah, that shit touched the soul right there. For real, man. And that's I think the best thing I could have did. I was supposed to tap out a few times in this last couple of years getting in this space.
Okay.
Like I was supposed to tap out, like, and under normal KEEM ways and standards of living, I would have been tapped out. But I didn't.
Like cutting, like stopping. Like I'm done with this.
Yeah.
So do you not see this? Do you see this in the future for you? Or this
I
is
do.
just
I always did. Since a kid. This is what anything I did do in class was talk.
Okay.
You know, and so I seen it, you know, and I've just never been a completer.
Okay.
That's go back to, like I said, I can't recall a time I stood in front of the class and presented a project or anything like that. That type of stuff helped shape you, a lot too. It sets you apart. And, you know, those little things, it matters, you know. So for me, just being so damn ass and bullshit in school and not ever completing things, I just kind of like adapted that into my life. So the minute things get a little too real, I'm a self-sabotager. I'm getting out of that. So yeah.
But see, this is why I was saying, because I identify with that. Like starting shit and then start something else. And then starting over here and never getting back to where I originally was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just keep going and I never finish. And that like is a part of my ADHD. You know what I mean? Like
Facts.
If I start cleaning and I see something on the wall, nigga, I will literally start cleaning the wall and forget about what I was just doing. You know what I mean? Oh, I need to go to Home Depot. I got to get some paint.
Yeah.
And then I'll stop cleaning and I'll start painting the wall.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely that ADHD. And that ADHD is a thing too, because that's another reason why, you know, I don't keep going back to school, but I'm just in a space right now. I've been unrooting myself. I didn't go to therapy. I got a couple people that I speak to, and we can talk about it, you know. But I'm kind of, for the most part, people come to me for life and just navigating or just perspective, you know what I mean? Really walking this situation down or this mindset down and getting to it. So for me, I just started doing that like very heavy 2015. Very heavily. Like really just started try to imagine going back to where does this shit come from?
Right. Reflecting on that shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, be honest with yourself, King. When did you feel like the man? When did you feel like nothing? When did you feel ugly? All these things, and just got to those points. And you start finding yourself, man. You really start finding yourself, and you start recollecting. What's the word? Recollecting? Is it?
Yeah, recollecting.
Okay, yeah. You start, it's things I started thinking of on some bullshit. And it led me to like, oh no, this is how you felt a week before that. Don't forget that.
Right.
Before that happened.
Exactly.
And I just started having fun with it, and it's been a definitely emotional journey and all that.
See, but that ties into our upbringing and not having emotional intelligence, right? Or us having to curb our emotions.
Yeah.
Hey, shut the fuck up and just do what I tell you to do. Man up, and not really ever being able to talk about why you feel the way that you feel. You know what I mean? So we come up not only not learning emotional intelligence, it's like pushed to like breed emotional ignorance.
Right.
Because you don't ever have the chance to take the time to even think about
for sure.
This was, and it doesn't develop.
Yeah.
And so it might be a later thing that happens for us. And that shit, like, it was a key point in my life too, like getting that book, Emotional Intelligence 2.0, and figuring out why I feel the way I feel. What made me be that violent? What made me be that aggressive? What was it? What is this avoidance about? What are you avoiding? What happened in your past? And then, won't, like you said, recollecting and reflecting on that shit, like facing your demons, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people have them, and they don't want to face them
hard.
Because it's hard work.
Yeah.
Like it's because it's just you.
Yeah.
is you can't put it on nobody else
at all.
And it's like a scary thought, like, oh shit, I got to work on myself by facing myself.
Yeah, that mirror.
That mirror.
That mirror, man. That mirror is and that's the thing too. I'm talking about physically. Some people can't even look in the mirror and really start talking to themselves, and you know, that's the thing in itself.
Is that the self-hatred of the like hating themselves or thinking that they're so ugly they can't stand looking at themselves, or it's a reminder of who they are?
I think it's. Once you didn't lie to yourself or been told certain things or just went through certain things, and then, but we all got them lights. That's why I don't like when I see people light get dimmed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because we got a light in us, and it's my job is always try to keep that motherfucker spark. If I come across you one day meeting you ever, like, all right, I see it. Let me keep it lit. No, I just think it's getting in that mirror, and then, and you conflicted on who you want to be, who you think you are, and everything else you've been taught up to believe. Right. So getting in there is like, you don't know who the fuck this is, but you feel like you know.
Exactly.
Like, I feel like I know who it is. You gotta stand on it. You really just gotta stand on it. And I know it's not, like I said, circumstances different for many people. I went through what I went through in my youth, and coming up, I used to really feel like I was the only one going through that type of shit. Or had these type of feelings and everything.
Out of these 7 billion people in this world.
Yeah, all these people and everything. And
I'm the only one going through, and that's the disconnection. We feel disconnected from the world. Yeah. You know what I mean? And we feel alone by ourselves going through these shits. And that's the shit that's
and then
like
you suit up. So you suit up into this character.
And so did that build you stronger? Do you think that prepared you? Because you can look at it as a blessing and a curse. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, did it prepare you for certain situations that you go through now, like the scars that you built up and the defense mechanisms that you build up? Did it make you stronger in certain areas?
Yeah, for whatever it was, for whatever it's worth, yeah, it definitely made me stronger. But without you pressing that activate button on yourself, you still go when it comes to self-esteem and everything. I'm strong and everything. Like, I just got to be pressured up.
Pressured up. So look, okay, so that goes right into. I had Stet on the other day. He was the first episode, and I was talking to Stet because I've witnessed Stet, and there was a few things because you guys are younger than me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I'm 43.
Okay.
And so it's like I see you guys, I see you young men, young brothers, and I see like things that I went through, little struggles that I had on the side, and I can like recognize it and be like, oh shit, I just need to talk to this nigga. You know what I mean? Like just a quick word in or whatever, and it's like I can't wait to sit down with these niggas. Yeah. And I was telling Stet, never dim your light, right? Like, because you think it's going to make somebody feel a certain kind of way. Right. If your greatness, if your positive energy makes people feel bad, you might be killing some ugly. You know what I mean? Like, so I told him, I was like, that's why I respect KEEM so much, because I've seen him in multiple different rooms on the internet, live streaming, being exactly who he's been in every single room. Mm-hmm. And not everybody can do that. How did you build that up to where you're so comfortable in yourself that you are who you are everywhere? Man,
that's kind of like all I ever had. And like I said, I think that the empath side of things is that's all I ever had. I'll say that. As far as is me. And I done had all types of situations to where, like I said, as far as the homies, I can be the one with not the clothes or the fits. That's the thing, you know what I'm saying? Like having to show up, go to school, and be judged and all that type of shit. I got all types of shit I can say that was bullshit for me, but I think it just built up from me because remove all that shit, right?
Right.
And now just get to how I'm wired up. Like, you know what I mean? I'm still this nice vehicle. Wired up is there. I'm just, I don't know, the wrong driver been driving it, or I don't know.
The brakes is bad.
Yeah,
the
you know what I mean?
Bad.
It's like
I need the oil change pretty soon.
I'm wired up. It's there. Like, you know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that came before me, father and so many more that I feel like we definitely come from a strong lineage of just character. And I just needed to stand on it more. I wish I would have stand on it more when I was younger, but all I ever did was I'll silence myself and get out the way. I don't need the spotlight or nothing like that. I'm a big loner, but I always prided myself on when it comes down to this human shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'ma be good. You know what I mean? 'Cause I know what smoke and mirrors is. I know what a moment is. I seen it happen. I just seen the coolest of the coolest. You know what I mean? Have it and then lose it. And they lost because it was never connected to
what they were actually doing. They were just going through the fucking motions of it. Like, oh, you just got the opportunity.
Yeah.
You just happened to be there.
For sure. You know, so it's like, and you know, kudos to all that too. I learn. I just sit back and I watch, and that's like I said, that's the only thing I have. And the reason why I was saying why could have quit a couple times in these last couple years, because this shit don't be easy and at all. You know what I mean? At all. But you got
it's hard.
This shit ain't easy at all, and especially popping out live and
dude.
You know, so
because you got to get your energy up.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, when I was doing the hot seat with Rios, my wife was acting like I like going to do that. Like I love going on Fridays doing that. Nigga, I was so anxietied up.
Yeah.
Because I got to talk to these girls I don't know.
Yeah.
Got to try to figure them out. And then be under the pressure of a live and try to make it entertaining.
Yeah.
And it's heavy.
No, it's heavy.
It's heavy. It might seem like, oh, he just did that for 10 minutes or whatever, or he being like, it may be weird because guess what? I'm not comfortable navigating this shit. That's a lot for me. You know what I mean?
And it's a tattoo. We at an age, we know, don't get it's a tattoo memory.
Right.
That shit is here. It's
right.
It's somebody,
and it ain't
whoever
going
want to
away.
record it, they
it's
can keep it for life. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, and I say that to say, like, that's how I know I love this shit though. I do love it. And it's my therapy. It's didn't help me out so much. This is the reason why I'm taking those long drives, because it wasn't about the money.
Mm-hmm.
I just needed an outlet.
Right.
I needed to express myself in a space to where, all right, over time, like in real life, I might not get picked for a lot of things because I wasn't like, the most popular, or I didn't have the look most, which saved me from a lot of relationships too, and but then getting into this, I know my power, man. It's just one of the best things I've been able to do. So to turn it in, whether it's comedic or, going truth and details, even on the homie shit, like I tap into a lot of different conversations and people started like receiving it. I'm like, all right, there we go.
They was fucking. They are fucking with you.
Yeah, no,
and what you are jumps through the screen. You know what I mean? It jumps off the screen into because first off, to be funny, you got to actually be intelligent. Yeah, you got to have some intelligence behind you. You got to have timing. Sure. It takes a lot of shit to be funny. Yeah, you don't just wake up and just be like,
I'm about to go get on here. Yeah, for sure.
It's not like that. But speaking of your power, on these different platforms, these different arenas or whatever, I've seen you, and I could be wrong, right? I've seen you go into rooms, and you a cold motherfucker how you do it. You know what I mean? Like, just let's talk about the DW thing, right? Like,
shout out DW.
People talk about that on the surface level. Yeah. Like, they very surface level with, the light skin and then this and the fade and this and that, but that's just the top layer.
Exactly.
It's so much underneath that. And I saw when you came in, and I was like, oh, okay. And I re-looked at it because I heard Tiny say something. I was like, let me go actually look at this shit. Yeah. Nigga, you came in there and you got to it before anybody else could get to it.
Yeah, nah, shout out. Yeah, for sure.
So I've seen you do that.
Yeah.
I've seen you do that where it's like not necessarily like your self-defense mechanism is offensive. Mm-hmm. Like, nigga, I'm just gonna go to the hole because, like, let's get it over with.
Nah, for sure. That's all right. So even in that situation, it's like I said, I read energy. I know energy. You know what I mean? And I study. I study too. Like, I ain't no book studier, but this field, it's not even study. It's like supporting and studying, right? Both ends. Because I know it's a field. We ain't getting on this damn camera for nothing. You know what I mean? So many people want to do it. So I'm definitely trying to always stand out. And yeah, I'm for sure gonna always let's get to it.
Right to it.
Let's get to it. It's like let's just get to whatever that may be. You know what I mean?
Is that this? I like, nigga, I'm not about to wait for this shit. Nigga,
I can't wait.
Just go. Let's just get it going.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's Baby Boy had them all lined up. I ain't waiting down the line. Nah, hell no.
Hell no.
Nah, I'm here for a good time and
Does
entertainment.
Does it fuck you up when somebody's like, hey, I got something to tell you. But I'm gonna tell you tomorrow? does that like waiting for like if your girl's like, I got something to talk to you when you get home. Like, why you just don't talk to me about it right now? What's going on?
Nah, I like to know, but no, it don't fuck with me because I like people to, because I'm big on like, don't tell me no secret for one. Like if this meant to be a secret, don't tell me. Not to say I'm about to go say nothing, but don't go throw that barrel. Don't throw that on me like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then outside of that, yeah, tell me when you're comfortable, so I know that it came. You
That's how my wife is.
Telling me.
I do it on purpose to her. I'm like, I'm got something to tell you. I'm gonna tell you when I get back though.
Yeah. Irritating. Just fucking irritating. Yeah, nah, I be.
But I peeped it though. I was like, this nigga is really in his element, like, because I much rather be on the offense than the defense, just in life in general. You know what I mean? Because you're in control. And like, it's funny how people don't see the next level or the underlying level of that shit. You know what I mean? And I was talking to Stat about that colorism shit, and I was like, deep in our culture. Yeah, we ain't gonna get into it or none of that stuff, but I did notice that you have that, nigga. Like, I'm gonna get to it before you're comfortable in your element. Like, you're not even thinking about it yet. Yeah. But I know you're gonna get there in about 30 minutes. For sure. But I'm not gonna let you prepare. Hey, so what's up with
No. Hey, listen, because for sure, man. Like, cause I just, that's my strength. I feel like, so when I show up, I want to do this shit to my strength, and I don't even need to be doing it. You know what I mean? Like, I want everybody to go to their strengths too, and especially if you invite me. If I'm invited, it's like, oh, for sure, they fuck with it. Right. So let me go ahead and pull up and be me. You know what I mean? But, and not to say that I'm like an offensive person, but like in that space of things, I'll spark it first. I'm gonna get it cracking. In the same way, like if we was like in real life physically fighting all that, I don't know how to argue. I'm not really for it. To arguing. Because
you'll start sounding stupid. Like, it don't come out right. Yeah, like, let's just get this shit over with.
Either I want to or I don't. And my pride don't be that messed up to where even when I don't, I don't. I'm trying to avoid it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to avoid the argument. I don't want to argue about something when we supposed to put physical pressure on each other after this. Like, right. Like, you know what I mean? What are we doing? Yeah, I can go back and forth with one of my brothers or something like that a little bit, but anybody else, I ain't arguing, man. There's nothing to argue about. Shit, it's just element of surprise, man. Pop out.
That's funny too, because even in that, like, I hate to keep going back to the same thing, but it brings up a lot of life lessons because it's stuff that we can bring from our childhood or whatever growing up. And I noticed a lot of shit in there. Like, you kept saying, I don't like this in front of the girls. You know what I mean? And you may have been talking about it in one way, but I saw it as in, motherfuckers be doing extra shit in front of girls. Yeah. Like, I've had a homie that wants to be like slap boxy in front of girls, like wrestling in front, like let's get physical, like do stuff like, because that's their go-to of what they look good at. Right. And so I put that also on these cameras. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's almost the same energy. Like, nigga, you don't act like that off. Like, why you do
for sure. Even more so on camera, especially when it can go left. Right. You know what I mean? Then you got to just start looking at the room and seeing like, all right, I'm big on women, the nurturing women. I'm not really for the rah-rah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, certain ilk of women, they'll know something can go left soon. Right. And then they're starting to turn shit down.
Yeah, the de-escalate the situation.
They try to do that. And that's needed. It's definitely needed because it can go left, and especially when they get into cheerleading, it's their energy. I understand. I didn't probably turned up a little bit more in front of some women and all that. Like, that's not nothing I'm known to do. Right. I can understand this woman being here and that making me feel a little bit more inclined to, you got me fucked up.
Fucked up.
You know
exactly.
what I mean? You got me fucked up. And, so, and that's another thing too, like just with crowds, period. So I like to deal with people solo. That's why I show up everywhere solo too. Another reason. Same, you know what I mean? I show up solo because I'm just who I am. I'm a man, bro. So honestly, I'm never coming for negativity or to bring nothing down.
Coming solo, showing up solo, it says 1,000 words.
It do.
It says 1,000 fucking words. I'm not scared to be here. Yeah. Also, I'm not a threat to be here.
Exactly.
I'm coming on what is maybe saying? I come in peace.
Come in peace, yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
Like
definitely, yeah.
But also, I'm not a coward.
Not a coward.
Coward wouldn't have showed up.
Exactly. So I'm here for it all. I'm and I'm also still just like going back to that night, and that's the reason why I even broke the news that I was having a child on there.
Oh, you having a child?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, man. I got a boy on the way, man.
Oh, what?
Yeah, man. I got a boy on the way, man.
Congratulations.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, man.
Hey. So you've only had girls so far?
Yeah. Yeah, man. So, and I found that out literally the night before. And I told myself I wasn't about to go in there and announce it there. I said that. Like, I didn't even want to announce, honestly. I just wanted to just live in that for a second.
Yeah.
But the energy it was kind of over the place and everything. And I just wanted to remind everybody in that room, remind everybody I was watching at that time, you know what I mean, that nobody about to get me off my rocker.
Right, because I got something going on.
Yeah, I got this. Like, let me show y'all how I'm thinking right now.
Let me show y'all where I'm at.
Yeah, you know what exactly. I mean? Like, and salute to, like I said, bro wasn't on nothing. He was, it really was everyday convo. We just don't know each other.
Just don't know each other. Yeah. And if you guys, like, that's what I say, I appreciate DW and I appreciate you, because lesser men, that would have went ugly.
For sure.
Lesser men, that would have went ugly. Low self-esteem, insecure men, that would have went the whole ugly route. Because everything else was the equation for it.
Yeah.
The only equation that wasn't for it was you two.
Right, for sure.
And y'all being secure and comfortable enough in yourselves and who you were, you guys didn't add a variable into the equation.
Yeah, no, we was able to reel it in a little bit more. And I took my turns doing it a couple of times, and I feel like he took his turns doing it a couple of times. And not let the egos get the best of us like that, you know what I mean? And I love the way the night ended. I love the way we left. It was cool. And then you got to go deal with the internet now, because the internet, they got their whole storyline. I didn't go home and get on my live. I didn't go even entertain that. Like, and they was pro me.
Yeah.
They was pro me. Yeah, they was pro me heavy in there. But like I said, the emotional intelligence in that, it's nothing for me to even go sit up and try to champion.
Not at all.
I was doing exercise and being a man amongst men and some women, and we got it up out of there. We good, for emotion.
But look at this. In this day and age, it's so rare for a man to stand his ground, stand in his square, without being overly aggressive or overly, that it's a rarity. So when people see it, they're like, "Oh shit, he did this." It's like something they're not used to seeing.
Yeah, right.
And it's a basic function.
It's a basic function, man.
But society is now to the point where they're just like, that was a rarity. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, because it's on camera though too.
Exactly.
That camera just go add. I mean, you would do that same thing in a crowd, backyard function, and all that. People would still get the same sentiments, but man, a few thousand people at one time and able to comment and everything, especially you can look up at the thing.
Rewind it.
Yeah, man.
Like, let me see his action right here. Wait. Oh, did you see how KEEM looked at him? Oh yeah, that was it. They would look into that shit.
Yeah.
That shit is a trip, man.
Yeah, man. But I love it though. I do love it. I like the input from everyone. And I like the fact that we exercise, and even like you, it was dope seeing you transfer over, because the content, not to say the content, but y'all got y'all thing over there. It's a brotherhood that been for years. Y'all decided to put that on camera, and been one of the most entertaining shows out here on Friday nights, especially and shit.
Thank you, man. Appreciate
you feel me?
It.
Like that's in the city. The city know that. Outside the city, they know that now. But then seeing you spin to just now, because it's layers. We all got layers.
Right.
And that's the beauty of age, though. The age side of it, and I think that's why it works for a lot of people in our age brackets right now, because we got so much, man. We got 20, 30 something years to go. Really give you. I'm gonna tell you this here and here, you know what I mean. And the 20-year-olds and everything salute. They go do it too, but it just limits them a little bit.
Just a little bit.
You know what I mean? And we get to come over there. We get to go through the motions. We get to because ain't nobody. I don't know. I mean, I don't think you should be in this space if you just overly mature or whatever the case may be. Yeah, everybody household. Hopefully you got a little spark to it, a little fun. You know what I'm saying? You know how it go. So, but salute though. I appreciate that you even popping out, because that gave more confirmation to where I seen myself being able to go do this.
Okay.
Just nah, Keem, you don't gotta tie yourself to that much. You could go spin and do what we doing right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like cutting it down and really getting to a different conversation. More so of what I'm really better at. All this other shit I'm doing is really just kind of like what I'm good at. I think I'm better at like one-on-one combos and shit.
Right.
You know, like
and
for real.
That is going to shine. Well, you saying that you appreciate what I did. I always give you and Tiny credit for what you guys did for me and my insecurities of not wanting to get off the porch. You know what I mean? But then you guys were so effective and so strong at what you were doing. It triggered me like a confidence in me. Like, fuck, you know what? The time is now. Either you do it now or you don't. These niggas is showing you that it can be done.
Yeah.
And so if I don't want to say if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't have gone the live direction because I was comfortable just talking and recording and this and that. But having to talk to the camera and just that's not easy. A lot a lot of people don't do that.
No, for sure.
A lot of people do not just talk to the camera, just one person.
No, hell yeah, that's a whole nother type of skill set, especially like when it's just not entertainment. Like to just have a convo and nobody else in that damn room.
Nigga.
You know what I'm saying? And just like, you know, it's a little psychotic a little bit or something, whatever too, but to have that convo like that and to retain anyone's attention and they leaving that motherfucker with something,
right?
That shit is, man,
right.
It's like low key. That's why you got to appreciate the process because the people that buy into you, they getting you at a level because you go grow to a space to where it may not be that accessible, right? You know what I mean? So right now, I'm giving y'all what I got.
This is us. It's us. Yeah. Like you in here with us.
Yeah, exactly. This is here right now. You go see this raw, and people really do appreciate that, and I appreciate them because I've seen these people in real life. I see so many people in real life out and about, and they catch me. Shit.
What up, Keem?
Yeah, like regular. I get right with them. What's happening? Like, you know what I mean? Like, who are you? Like, thank you, you know, because I know you don't really know me. So, any pedestal, I say this all the time. You know, people I come across and when they meet me, it kind of got me on this pedestal, and I always get right off it. I step off this pedestal to go eye to eye with these people and let them know, like,
we here.
You?
No, we here. Like, you know I appreciate you. Just how you
definitely appreciate you. What's going on? Like, you know what I mean? Let them know, like, hey, I appreciate it. Thank you for showing it. The fact that you even got that in your spirit to not even have no pride to come holler at me and say these things, whatever you saying about me, man, for sure, we locked in, we good. So, shout outs to the people, man, for real. Shout outs to the people.
We nothing without them.
For sure.
And you are doing big things and with Schoolboy Q and going on the road and doing your stuff. And I was just thinking like, damn, not to give Schoolboy Q all the credit for everything, but he's like Belichick, right? Because his branches that's with him have all branched out to do their own thing. You know what I mean? And I was like, he got to get credit because he surrounded himself with go-getters.
Yeah, nah.
Like, he surrounded himself with go-getters. Mac Wap is DJing. You doing your thing. I don't know how close TF is. TF is rapping, doing this shit.
TF started, basically his first time on the road was with us.
See, and it's just like, that's the impact of a brother, like, putting his people on. Yeah. Like, I believe in you. And then that puts the power to the person, like, nigga, now it's your time to go do something with this. Yeah, activate. Go get something. Yeah. And so I really wanted to say, like, that fool Schoolboy Q, he like the Belichick amongst his umbrella because he's got a finger or he's got a touch to everybody. Right. You know what I mean? That's over there. And I appreciate that shit. And so that's why I was saying all that to say, like, T-Rail be like, nah, he wants his appreciation for what was benefited on being back on Fig, right? And I think in all seriousness, it doesn't need to be said because it's yeah, of course.
No, it's a course, and with that specifically, it's a course, and I didn't overly set that. That's what I said. So we all got to be mindful of the clips that get taken and everything. Like, I didn't overly set that several times. I'm a very appreciative motherfucker. Right. That's the reason why, even when it get blurry, I mean, y'all hit me, I'm near. You know what I mean? Because I'm still thinking about that first time you hit me, and then the second time. Right. You know what I mean? And I seen what it did for me. I'm like, okay, because I knew it could have went ugly the first time, or it did supposedly, but it could have went ugly, right? And then, right, nobody want credit for that though. You know what I'm saying? Like if it went ugly and I got laughed out the park and all that, like you go ahead and slide that out. So
Oh shit.
my whole thing is I always try to tell people like give yourself credit too.
Right.
Somebody else deserves some credit, but give yourself credit too.
Because if you would have been
anything.
whack, nothing would have happened.
Nothing would have happened. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm so appreciative. Like even like back to Q, I love bro because I done felt inadequate in that space too, right? Like damn, how did I get here? Like I didn't. I'm the homie that didn't graduate. I'm the one, you know. I've just been a good motherfucker. You know what I mean? And people always dealt with me like that, but I'm like, I'm in this space, entertainment world, and I don't necessarily know why I'm here. And it took me like just the long as I've been doing it too. He could have been fired.
Right.
Could have fired everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For little bullshit we did, just not knowing. And he ain't never done that, you know.
Give y'all the benefit of the doubt.
Gave the benefit of the doubt, man, and always kind of like, I remember 2019, he for sure said it. He told 2020, my daughter just born. We finished the tour. It was in Russia, last show. And he came, hollered at me, and was just, before I even got into this side of podcasting, he was like, let's figure out what you're trying to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, let's figure it out. He ain't, you know, shit, can't depend on this road and all that. And he was going through some shit himself at the time. It's kind of that shout out to Blue Lips. That album came from that.
Shout out
Just
Blue
him
Lips,
just
for
getting
real.
in the mirror with himself. I watched that, you know what I mean? And the fact that he thought of me and the homies while he was trying to figure himself out, that shit meant the world. So it's like, I do most of what I do for free. I do that shit for free with him. Like,
He's a special dude, man.
Yeah, no, you know what I mean? He don't have to do that. He never had to attach none of us to his brand. And of course, there's the other side of it though. From Mac to me to TF. Because he's not holding our hands every day. He's not showing to these podcasts. He ain't doing none of that.
Nah.
But I know coming in, just that even attachment did something.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I just got to prove at this point.
You just got to prove it.
I got to prove.
It's your opportunity.
Yeah,
I presented the opportunity. Now go hustle.
Just go and figure it out. And even I was a little on the fence then, because now I'm like, damn, how do I want to go crazy? But
how do I go crazy?
How do I go crazy? Because I'm getting paid here. This is where I get paid at. But I'm not. It's not paying. This is what I love to do. And I'm like, all right, what the fuck? I didn't know. I didn't get it. And though, you know, he hit me out the blue again. Like, hey, I see what you're doing. I think this is your lane.
Oh,
you
shit.
Yeah, he told me that. I think this is your lane, and just be secure. Like, know that you should go all the way through. He told me that. I think you should try to like really, really put your all into it. And whatever he said, whatever I got to do to help, you know, if it was an interview and all the shit, like whatever I got to do to help, I'm with it. So that happened last year, and that. When I told you I wanted to quit a couple times, that was one of those things that like really like, let me keep it going, man.
Added fuel to the fire.
Yeah, added fuel, man. Yeah. It's like, yeah, so anybody who's successful and you watch them work and do their shit and build and grow others and everything in themselves, and they tell you that, yeah,
right,
it do something for you for sure. So, and
the respect that you have for him coming from him is like really like, oh fuck, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I didn't want to feel like I'm like, oh, I got this up, I think I'm lit or nothing like that. All that type of shit. He know I ain't really like that, but it was just that thing, like, how the fuck do I stay trying to do this streaming shit, was freeing my damn soul, I feel like. But at the same time, I got, you know what I mean, gotta make money.
Yeah, you gotta make money. So you gotta support the family.
So, and that's like the road. I'm a road manager, so going on the road, I'm like thinking, I'm gonna be gone for this long, 3 months. I didn't get it. But we here, everything worked out. It's crazy how God is crazy, because those are my thoughts. And then we get to this tour, and the tour is only 3.5 weeks.
Yeah.
Because where he at in his life, he just had a baby.
Yeah, he's like, I ain't about to be out here forever.
I ain't trying to be out here like that. And that lined up what I got going on. Right. My 2 daughters now, because that's my thing. I'm like, I'm about to get another job because I don't really want to be gone that long. So it's just been happening. Everything, that's why I don't really stress too much. I just feel like if I just keep my heart within myself and just keep being human and pouring into my kids. Anybody be pouring into your kids,
right? Pour into them.
That door is just unlocked for you. You know what I mean? So
Because you're doing God's work.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You're doing God's work at that time.
Yeah, and that's how
I don't mean to
rocking,
interrupt you, but Schoolboy Q, the first time I met him, well, I didn't even meet him at this time. This is how I noticed. It's like I look at things as bigger than what they show up as. And I met Schoolboy Q at the show, our first show that we did. Remember at the
the live show.
The live show.
I mean, El Ray.
El Ray. I had never been in that kind of situation. Ain't never been on stage. Ain't never, they didn't prepare niggas. They like it was just
pop out. So they gotta pop out and show niggas.
So Illa was walking through the crowd with the mic, right? And so it's an uncomfortable situation for me. I'm already at a high anxiety level. Like it's a bunch of people. I don't like a lot of people. Yeah. I like to be tucked away. And so she was talking. Remember, she was interviewing people in the crowd. They were in the crowd, was asking questions. She was in the crowd asking questions, and somebody got rude, right? Somebody got rude and said, "Nigga, don't be doing some." So, just me, I beelined over there, and I'm already up. You know what I mean? And so I know how I react. You know what I mean? When I'm uncomfortable, the way I get back comfortable is just letting it out. You know what I mean? Just go. Yeah. And right in the moment, Schoolboy Q was walking up to the stage.
Oh, yeah.
And he said some shit like, I don't know what he said, but he got everybody's attention by what he said as he's walking to the stage. And that shit killed everything that was happening right there.
Yeah, I recall that moment. Yeah.
It was like unconsciously, he didn't know what the fuck he was doing, but what he did stopped me from ruining my the whole night. Possibly future crazy opportunities.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like you doing some weird shit because you being immature, but then he does something like, he was just like walking up the aisle, like say something, and it just like diverted everything.
Sure. Yeah, hell yeah.
And from that moment, I was like, because I started thinking about it, I was like, damn, that happened. You know what I mean? I was on my way to going the wrong route.
Yeah.
And he pulled it back in, not even knowing.
Timing.
So that was my introduction to Schoolboy Q.
Yeah.
And I was
tight.
like, okay.
That's tight. That's good timing. Yeah, right. Nah, for sure. That's good timing, man. I'm like that too, though. I'm definitely I go left quick, man. I mean, not quick, but I go left.
You go there.
Yeah, I just go. It's like, I feel like I just move right. Right? I feel like I move right, and I'm going left though. Like if it's on that, I just gotta go left, and that's the part. That's the thing about me that I do. It's concerning. I had like a situation. I can talk about it. It's not like I had like a situation. What was this? Right when I got right before I went on the first live stream with back on Fig.
Okay.
But I got into like this altercation at an event. And I was in the right though. I was in the right. And it's just the way I went left. I don't know. I don't know if I'm conflicted still. I don't know if that. I don't know.
So look,
like, was I right? Because I went left and shit went like I down there lost my life for nothing. I felt like, and I just couldn't. That shit was fucking me up, eating me up like bad. So I had all types of thoughts and plans and shit outside of after that night. I had plans for just.
It carried over.
Yeah, just for the attempt. You know what I'm saying? Like attempt on my life. Yeah, like what? And I didn't even come your way.
Yeah,
it's like you just can't. Who the fuck was this? That's what I was like. Why would you come in my whole space like that? And I looked at it like, okay, it was just probably a test, and you don't want to feel this way next year. Just try to avoid them triggers. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna defend myself all day, but some things I could maneuver around and walk away from.
A lot of shit's not worth it.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it. And the way that happened and how it happened and where it happened, it just wasn't worth it to me, And but I'm saying that I was conflicted. Did I do right or did I do wrong? And that's not a good feeling to have.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like, is this my fault?
Yeah.
Did I contribute the mostly to this?
Yeah, yeah. Like where does the line of disrespect start and stop at? And
where did you land? Where did you land with that thought? Where did you land with yourself? Did you give? Because we're quick to give everybody else grace.
Mm-hmm. No,
we're last to give ourselves grace.
Yeah,
like nigga, I am not perfect. You are not perfect. You ain't gonna react every way the exact right way.
Right, for sure. Nah, a couple of homies they told me, I just don't like fucking up events and messing up, doing that. But
yeah.
couple of homies told me that nah, KEEM, you was good. You know, like a lot of people did they seen the whole thing, and they just should be like, I don't know how anybody would have handled it any differently.
Right.
I was just more so like, I almost took my life for what, you know what I mean? So that's
not something small, nigga. That's something major.
Yeah, that's major.
Major.
That's major. And that's one of those things, like I said, I didn't come to none of the streams on that big boosting about how that went down prior to that attempt. And but where I landed at is shit here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Here. I feel like my last 2 years has been nothing but a steady forward motion. You know,
right.
And
the activity of a survivor.
Yeah.
The positive outlook and the activity of a survivor. You know what I mean? Like that's a life-changing situation.
Yeah, no, that was out of pocket.
And so that's a energy shift, right? Like it's a big energy shift. And people don't really talk about the effects, the aftermath, and how sleep, how scenarios change, how you think about things. How did you build to get past it? You know what I mean? Like, because that's major.
That one was different. All right, so I don't know if you got, I know I've been shot, right? So I've been shot, that was 2014. That one was different because I don't know who that was. Totally different state. Got out the state, keep it going. And it affected me like, who the fuck did that? You want your revenge. You always want your revenge. This one was different because it just got out of pocket. You know, it got out just after the fact where I was at with it and where, you know, and I just started thinking about it like, I don't like people involved in my business. I don't want nobody else to be affected by none of this shit. And what would you say was the question again? I'm sorry.
How did you recover? Like, how did you get out to the point?
Grace, man. It was grace.
Okay.
It was grace, the fact that I made a decision again on my girls. It was the girls. I'm like, hold on now. Like, all right, King.
Thank you to our babies.
Nah, for sure.
Hey, thank you to our babies, because there's so many times that we owe them for saving us. You know what I mean? Because it's the thought going back to them that saves us.
And, you know, it's another thing, too. And this might sound kind of crazy, but I'm looking at this person's page. Right? I get to find out who the whole thing. And I see this person, kids and everything. I'm like, damn, you don't know how your father out here acting. And that right there, I'm like, damn. Like, hold on, man. I could chalk that up as a drunk night for, all parties involved, miscommunication. It's the part, like I said, just getting over that attempt was not easy. But like I said, I just had to weigh out things on what I'm trying to do and what I got to lose, and it wasn't worth it when I just peeped like, he not worth it. You know what I mean? And what is worth it is his kids.
His daughters are his children
in a good way.
Are worth me not fucking going there.
Yeah.
Like you got saved by the bail. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, for sure. It's all that shit. I'm just looking like, what? These cool little kids, like, it's cool. I can see the whole thing. Like, bro, you seem like you got a good situation.
The empath.
It's the empath. There you go. You're right. That's what it was. Like, I'm like, you seem like you got a good situation. Like, let's just keep going, moving forward, having a good situation. So I fought hard. I didn't know if I was gonna look crazy. I didn't want to look like no buster. I didn't want to feel like no buster. There's all that. But the main thing what landed on was like, man, King, you here with your daughters right now, and you good. You good. You didn't get the short end of the stick that night. You just don't like the possibilities. You know what I mean? All right, give yourself some grace. Give Buddy some grace. Let everybody just push forward. And shit, nothing, ain't no smoking nothing out here. So it's like, cool. Hopefully bro's doing good. And I'm pretty sure, I feel like we see each other, we might shake hands. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, we might shake hands. I don't know.
That's really that's that like old school warrior mentality type shit. Like, nigga, we good. We passed it. You know what I mean? Like, we'll squash it however we squash it. If it's done, it's done. And that shit is like really crazy how we can grow past certain things. But some people don't, and they allow somebody who don't care about them or somebody who's not even vital to your future pressure you up to do something you don't want to do. Yeah. Like, nigga, you know what? I'm over this shit. But guess what? Fuck, these motherfuckers gonna think I'm acting like a bitch or this and that. I'm gonna look like a coward. So let me just go put myself in jail real quick. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's how pressured up people can be. that they like, you know what, fuck it. It's just, I don't want them thinking, fuck them.
All day, too. All day.
Fuck what they think.
For sure, yeah. For sure. And I'm big on fuck what motherfucker think, too, though. I'm definitely, that was one of those, what a couple people thought and what I was thinking.
Right.
I was the one like, nah. Ain't no way you tried to do that. You feel me? But hey, man, it's nothing. Like I said, it's been beautiful. It's another reason why. All I say, I love us. I've been yelling that. It kind of kicked off right the night after we the first live show.
Okay.
Seeing everybody there, that shit was magic to me.
Right.
And I know having that many people on one stage, it's not an easy task. So the fact that it was so much like good energy in the building
from different areas, different walks, different. Yeah, it's crazy. It
was
crazy.
Everybody, we outside, really interacting with the people and everything too. Like, oh, that shit was so magical. I'm like, yeah. So it was like the FMW thing and the I Love Us. The I Love Us is like a stem from what's that? Like my ancestors and everything. Because I know, like you said, we're not perfect.
Right.
So I got to give myself. I had to learn to start giving myself grace. My father, rest in peace. I had to
rest in peace.
Forgive him. Thank you. I had to forgive him after he was going about certain things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And just really grasping that concept. Like, what? I got so many more. I'm only a result of several, generations before me. And I know they wasn't perfect. I know some dope motherfuckers in there. I know some bullshit. It was just a big gumbo, and this is me.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, yo, hey, listen, man. In order for me to really keep it going and for me to be the best version and pass whatever the good I got down to my children, it gotta be. It's a us thing. It's not just really just a me no more. It's a us. So it's like, and then the cherry on top was, like I said, the Fig Community World, whole shit, Apollo, all of us, Ace Boys, just being in that same building, doing that. Like, I'm like, and I knew the bullshit was gonna come. I knew the bullshit was gonna follow too, though.
Right.
Is that you can read it, you can read the play, easy call, but what are they doing? I still like where everybody at with it though. I think nobody let me think. Nobody has fallen out that was on that stage.
Everybody's still around.
Yeah, nobody has fallen out or nothing like that.
Ladies' night.
Well, yeah, they just fell back, but falling out though. You know what I mean?
Nobody is falling out.
Yeah, so it's like, shout outs. I think it's just in a good space right now. I think it's a special world, and to where we get flack. We get flack because we do it so much to each other.
Mm-hmm.
But I be like, I don't know. It's like training camp in a sense, because if we ain't doing it, who we talking about? Then we talking about the rest of the world,
right?
You know what
exactly.
I'm saying? Like, we talking about the rest of the world. We doing this shit in house. Own world.
And this shit is new to all of us.
It's new to all of us too, though.
So we're all learning and growing at the same exact time. So there's gonna be bumps in the road and obstacles, but it's about loving each other enough, loving us enough to be like, you know what, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt so we can move past this
for sure
and build on it.
Yeah.
But you had talked on something about rest in peace to your father and forgiving your father. I had to forgive my parents for a lot of grief that I held inside, a lot of trauma that I held inside.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me becoming a father, a parent, to understand these motherfuckers raised me in the 80s as babies.
Yeah.
I'm struggling right now as a grown man with a good job and a house and this and that. And I had to like really reflect on it and be like, fuck, I need to forgive them and give them grace for how they raised me, because they were doing as good as they could in that situation, drugs, whatever.
Yeah.
They were doing their best.
Yeah.
And I'm doing my best. And I understand that this shit, as a parent, ain't nothing easy about it. It's easy to love your children. It's not easy to raise your children.
At all.
And so, was it something like that, like becoming a father? Did that help you to get to that point?
Yeah, for sure. Hell yeah, definitely. Whatever. Yeah, for sure. It definitely helped. And like my pops, he was like not my shrink, he's like my therapist too. That's the one. Me and him, he vented to me, I vented to him. We really talked about some things, and it was just me, like, it's the kids. Cause I'm around the same age, having them when he was having me. And I'm thinking about it. He had some businesses. He was the man. He had all the time. I'm like, damn, that's tight. Like, and I'm looking at me like, it's not easy, man. It ain't easy. And I know one thing he did do. He did love me, though. He did love me, and so the kids definitely showed me that mirror of myself. Right. And as hard as I look, and I be want to turn, and I want to go turn to, I want to talk to my pops.
Yeah. And
I had little issues. Like I said, he rest in peace. I had a little couple things unsettled that I needed to holler at him about. I didn't feel the need. I'm like, what? Now I'm out here conflicting. Now I'm out here like a grown man with no father, like a little boy again or something.
Right.
I feel like I can't even speak. And I just had to get over that because one night I had like a real cold breakthrough. And my mother, just talking to her and everything, just really just like, damn, Mom, you was a kid.
Right.
Like you really was 5 years old before? Like just really try to picture my mom like you was five, and y'all really had to, because we just babies coming into these adults and you think it's lit. Like, nah, you don't know. You know what I mean? My kids think that they ain't got no complaints right now. They don't have no complaints. They don't know the half of
none of the struggle.
This, you know what I mean? Like what I've been going through or what I've been through. They don't know nothing. So, and I pray that they give me the same grace moving forward, because I be worried about, like, I wish I did have it to where I can just say, hey, well, financially y'all good for the rest of y'all life. I wish I could talk like that. Right. Or I wish I can say, all
before
the
before it's all said and done, they will be.
And I pray to. Thank you. And
manifesting that. They will be.
Sure. Yeah, for sure.
They will be dedicated, and everything you're doing right now is going to take them where you want them to be. And we have to believe that wholeheartedly. You know what I mean? Because
that's scary.
It's a possibility.
Yeah, nah, for sure. That's what it is. That's the whole thing, and that's the reason why I'm yelling for emotion now, because I be needing to trick myself, program myself, and that mentality is expect to tackle.
Right.
Like treat it like a football game.
Mm-hmm.
You can be the coldest football player.
Right.
Bro, you go get tackled.
You're gonna get tackled
on your way to the touchdown, though. You know what I mean? Get up. Do whatever celebration you got to do, pump yourself up. And go on
next two plays, it might be your touchdown.
It might be your touchdown. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's my whole mentality right now, because that is some things that be all I be having to lean on. It's like, man, I'm good. Don't worry about it. And yeah, man. But the kids, I believe so too. They really make me feel like this life thing be worth it.
Right.
And, yeah,
you gotta go. You gotta go hard.
Yeah, I gotta go harder, and it's like it's brand new too, though. Because like I said, I just never been a completer. I didn't graduate. I didn't graduate since 5th grade. It's all types of shit.
Right.
So now I'm like, I got a brand. Like people, coming to support and be here.
A beautiful brand.
Beautiful. Like brand. Even that, like what? Like I used to have depression about. Like I just found a video, 2017. I went to the sperm clinic just to see if I can have kids.
Yeah.
I was insecure.
Yeah.
Because I was already 30 plus.
Okay.
And didn't have none. Mm-hmm. And I was, all that.
It wasn't the time.
It wasn't the time. I didn't know that though. You know what I mean? I was with someone before. Shit, man.
I say God. The thing I say is God's timing is the best timing.
It's the best timing, and I seen them like, what? This is crazy. I can have kids, and then that just just started making me feel like realize like, man, it's bigger than you. Like for real, all you got to do is just keep your head in the game, because like you said, it's like it's bigger than you. Like, bro, come on, King. Like you can have babies now.
Yeah.
You might want to just be careful if anything, but I'm here now, man. I'm here and dedicated. I would have never thought that I would have a brand like this, and a brand that's basically worldwide.
And we get caught up. I'm gonna throw you in there, but I know I get caught up. I used to get caught up in thinking that I wasn't deserving of certain things.
Right. Yeah.
That I don't like. Damn. Like I don't like. Why is this happening? Or thinking that I can never have something, or I couldn't have that because I wasn't deserving of it. I look at my children, my babies sometimes, and I look at them and I say, you know what? How did I make these babies?
Yeah.
These amazing little kids. Mm-hmm. They came from me, who I doubted myself so much. I had so much self-doubt and low self-esteem about things. Damn, these little amazing children came from me. Mm-hmm. And I have to realize, yeah, you deserve that.
For sure.
You went through it. You built up to this. You're deserving of everything you get. Every blessing that comes your way, dedicated. Your children, you're deserving of that shit and more.
Yeah. That's some blessings you can't even account for. Like you said, looking at the kids and like, what? Y'all cold. Y'all cold, and that's the high I get. how long can I keep them in this space? Because life go life, you know. They go see things, hear things, do things. So, you know, that purity go change over time. But far as that self-esteem, the confidence in self and all that, little things that I know, like Keem, like you, I've been wired up. You just, your circumstance, your situation, environment, this is what the outcome is. Now, what are you going to do with it? Because your kids wired up. They showing you the pure side of you. They showing you the pure side of you. This is you. This is how you, it's like balling your paper up in a sense. Let me start over this on this drawing, coloring this in. And I'm just having fun with trying to keep up with them. You know, I have insecurity. I feel like I should be more busier, more active.
That's more of a task than what it sounds like.
No.
To keep up with them, the kid, that's like, it sounds like, oh, he's just saying keep. No, it's a task.
For sure.
It's a big task. Keeping up with your babies, like, and how fast that they're growing, how fast that they're changing and learning and becoming who they are. You really will sit back and be like, wait, oh, hold on. I didn't think this was going to happen this fast.
For sure. They hear, that's what I'm saying. They're ready to conquer the world. And I just want to just keep them confident. And
have you put them in sports yet?
No.
Oh, shit, dude.
Yeah.
Watch when you do that. It's going to trip you the fuck out because you get to see the life lessons play out and you get to witness them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're not going to school and they coming home telling you about something. You get to learn who you are.
Yeah.
Because how you going to react to a little girl that's getting too aggressive with them. Like, you know what I mean? Are you gonna be looking for the parent? Are you gonna take the time to see how she reacts or how she handles it, and then afterwards, like, baby, so I saw such and such happen. Why did you react the way you did? Or like, are you gonna be the patient one to see who she is and why she did that, or are you gonna be? I'm
excited for it. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I really am. Even me having a boy, I'm excited because I always wanted to get into, like, that's dope what you do. Like, I always wanted to be one of them coaches out there with the kids.
Yeah.
Always. But I didn't have no son and I didn't have no little brother. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, you supposed to be like an old sports player or, you know, a former sports player, whatever.
Yeah, athlete, an older athlete.
Yeah, you know, I'm like, damn, man, I ain't got no credentials coming in here. So I felt insecure about that space.
Right.
But I knowing I'd be good, I know I can help a team. You know what I'm saying? I'm not coming to be the head coach and like that. I just know I can.
Get out your head, cuz.
You know what I mean?
Because look, these cats be out there and they know all the football. They know all of it.
Yeah.
They don't even know how to talk to children.
Yeah, see, that's what I seen that though.
They don't know how to talk to children.
Yeah, I peeped
you
that.
got that. You know what I mean? To me, that's way more beneficial of having credentials. You can have all the credentials you want. If you don't know how to talk to a child, and you don't know how to behave yourself around a child, it's all that shit you know is worthless.
Yeah, facts. I agree.
And they need you too. The kids need you out there.
Man, I'm trying. I'm gonna figure that out. That's like one of my. Since a kid, I always wanted to be a substitute teacher.
Oh, shit.
Because I just, like I said, I brought up a couple of my substitute teachers that made me feel like something in school.
Yeah.
I always held on to that. Like, man, there's kids in here that feeling like shit in this motherfucker. And you just showing up, not even really tapping into this kid. Don't even know how to communicate with this kid.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I was one of those kids like, golly, holla at me. And so, yeah, man, I've been an insecurity from eyes for a long time. And I'm not saying I'm about to wait for my son to get any older. I do want to get into it. I just got to get out there and figure it out. I think DADICATED going to help me get into that a little bit more. Rather, I don't know what I got big plans for this. You know,
I'm going to hit you up because I got a thing called Society of Freedom that I want to do a sports academy. Okay. Where we're bringing in the kids from the community and training them, not even to just be on a sports team, but just getting them active. You know what I mean? Getting them acclimated to being active. Yeah. But I'm looking into trying to do a sports academy just because I see how effective the speaking is when you're speaking to a child when they're tired from doing some sports. You try to talk to a child fresh out of school, they at 10. Yeah. But as they're playing a sport or they're doing stuff, they start to listen. Okay. It's easier for them to listen and to receive the message when there's a different foundation of where the message is coming. Okay. Like, you're not trying to just tell me something because it's school, or you my parent, or you my cousin, you trying to get, it's like, oh, hey, you know, as you shooting the jumper, like, hey, what happened at school today? You know what I mean? Like, they're distracted by the activities that's going around, and you can have way more of an impact. That's what I found out. You know what I mean? Like, throw the ball with them and talk to them. Yeah. Yeah, it takes them out of that element of like, oh, an older motherfucker talking to me. Yeah. It's dope.
Nah, for sure, definitely. My little nephew, he didn't make the. They called me like come train with him a little bit. I went over there like 2 days, I think, and so he could try to make his He just started school, middle school team.
Oh, basketball.
Basketball.
Yeah.
And he shocked me. He good and shot's crazy. It's just he got to get aggressive, right?
Okay.
I peeped that the day I'm dealing with him. Like, all right, I knew that. And he didn't make the team. You know, mom called me. They pulled up on me right after. She picked him up from school. He was devastated though. Damn. And I'm like, but hollering at him, I know I got through to him, and I know I got through. And that's all I needed to see is that
building him back up, speaking that life into him.
That light. I'm seeing that light dim. No, man. Come on. This is what this is. Definitely appreciate that process. You good. 7th grade, you cool. Don't worry about it. And 2 days later, he got a call from the one of the traveler teams out there. You know, big, nice team too. So they for tryouts. I'm like, that's the one.
That's the one you want.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the
real one.
Yeah, that's the one you want right there, for sure. You know, he went out. He went there, did what he had to do, and made that 2 days later. And I'm interested to see like later on in life if he.
What comes from it? What he builds? Yeah.
Yeah. How that conversation do it? I felt it. I seen it, and I'm just hopefully that like that was one of those moments for him that he don't forget.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he can pass on.
I doubt that he'll forget that shit.
I don't think
because the fact that it came right after that.
The way it happened is like that's. I'm like,
Unc fucked that shit into reality.
Yeah.
My baby, you going to soccer? All right, love you, Stink. That leads me. I'm gonna jump to something else real quick because you had talked about the passing of your father, and rest in peace and God bless his soul. Who do you go to when you have, because you got your company, you're dedicated, and you got this going on? Who do you talk to, or who do you go to when you are in a place of needing advice, or like a place of confusion, or you need some help in that aspect of being a father, being a dad? Who do you talk to, or who does your go to, if you have one?
I try to use my older brothers. I talk to my sister as well.
Okay.
Older sister. On the man's side, I talk to my older brothers here and there, but I tap in with them, you know.
Okay.
Sure. Me and TF, I talk to that's somebody
good.
Y'all be a good convo too, honestly. But me and bro, he's somebody that I holler at. I got my brother Moose. There's a couple people I talk to, but
it's good to have that.
Yeah,
camp,
it's definitely good. And I'm trying to nurture those type of relationships more and get in those environments like real time. We all got youth, we all got kids. So
we need that. We need that fellowship, because if we're not having impactful conversations about like what we go through every day.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, I'm a dad every day. How did I not talk to my niggas about being a dad?
No, that's the thing, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Hold on now.
Like, how am I not like, oh shit, wait, this is something that is me every day. And you mean to tell me I haven't had one conversation? I haven't asked my brother or my boy, like, how are you doing as a dad?
Yeah.
Like, that came from my prostate cancer scare, right? Like, so I had it was no cancer.
Okay.
But it was a scare.
Yeah.
And it put me into the black men. We have the highest rate for prostate cancer. I'm 43.
Mm-hmm.
No one has ever talked to me about prostate cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And we're the highest affected group.
Crazy.
And not one black man has ever talked to me about prostate cancer. And I was like, we're not talking to each other.
Yeah.
We're not having impactful conversations with each other. We're not asking, Keem, how you doing as a dad, man?
Yeah, for sure. We gotta do better. We gotta do better across the board on a lot of that, even just family ways,
Right.
You know, I always tell my family, like, damn, we know how to piece up on a bottle. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know how to come together, drop that bottle.
Exactly.
And escape.
Mm-hmm.
We know how to do that. But how effective are these like that wasn't the whole gist of like getting together with family.
Right.
We got celebration and all that for sure, but that's after the work.
That's after the work.
Yeah, that's after the work. And you know, and so, you know, I'm embedded in my family, but I got my ways. I'm trying to break loose of certain ways and everything, because I'm trying to do what I do. And I see how important it is for us to try to get into the space of like let's make these gatherings somebody got to win. Like somebody got to break through. Somebody got to be heard. Like I seen it because I done been over, and going through what I'm going through. Nobody know.
Right.
And I didn't talk to others that were like, oh, nobody even knew you was going through it. You know what
Going
I mean?
through a struggle all on your own.
Yeah.
When there's help around.
It's here. It's right here. It's here. And it's like, whatever, like I said, we piece up on this bottle. Hey, listen, for real, honestly, I know we ain't into like taking care of nobody, but if we want to, before we go too crazy on Christmas for all this unnecessary shit, let's go ahead and put the pot together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We paying such and such rent.
Right.
Like don't have no pride on that, and we shouldn't have no
none at all.
Overlooking. I'm just trying to figure out I'm not trying to figure out. I know what it is, what we got to do. We got to tap in more, or we'll just be a group of people that know each other. Don't even know. I mean, yeah, we just know each other, but without knowing each other.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We just know each other at this point.
That should be enough.
Yeah.
That should be enough.
Yeah.
Like,
so,
oh, you want to do something good? Oh, yeah, I'm down. What
Yeah.
is it positive that you're doing? Yeah, here you go. Here's 100. Here's 200.
Yeah.
Here's 50. Whatever it is,
Yeah.
giving back to the pot. But I feel the energy shift happening amongst us because just all the shit that's happening with Vlad and talking
Wayans.
down on Marlon Wayans, but then Marlon Wayans going to Shay Shay and them getting like 50,000 views live.
Going crazy.
And going crazy and just like Tony Yayo going back to 50 Cent and building his own. It's like, why are we going outside when everything is inside?
Mm-hmm.
Why are we ditching school to go talk to girls at another school when all the girls are inside your school?
Mm-hmm.
It's like we don't be realizing or appreciate what's right there.
Same thing I say about traveling.
Dude.
I travel so much to where I'm like talking to people that some people have either been to America or trying to get here, specifically Los Angeles, right? And somebody told me this. I was out somewhere in some country one time, and they was like just telling me about the city, about little different spots and stuff. You know what I mean? They get to show me pictures. I'm like, damn. I'm like, yo,
that's where I'm from.
That's where I'm from, and I haven't even I ain't gonna say mastered, but as far as LA, a lot of little hood spots and classics, yeah. But there's a lot of other dope shit out here too that we go spend money to travel for to go try to get. And then this is here.
All of it is here.
All that is here. It's here. Like, let's go find that. Let's go at least do that before we feel the need to go out the country and spend all this unnecessary money or not know where the fuck we going.
Dude, where can you go in the world besides like California, this West Coast, where you could go surfing in the morning and 2 hours later go snowboarding in the mountains?
Straight up, huh? That's tight.
You go surfing in the morning and go snowboarding in 2 hours in the mountains.
Yeah, facts. That's tough.
Like, it's really, people spend their salary savings to come to LA.
For sure.
To come to California.
Yeah.
To come experience what I said, us in LA, us brothers in LA, I think we suffer from, for the trees you don't see the forest, or for the forest you don't see the trees, because you're so focused on what you're focused on, you can't see what's around you. I was driving down Crenshaw, driving down KEEM, and just like looked up, driving down, I was like, oh shit, these are some of the bombest streets in LA.
Yeah.
Because if you look up, you see everything. Yeah. Like, it's centrally located in the best areas.
Yeah.
And it's our areas.
Yeah.
That we don't even appreciate.
Yeah.
But they come and drive down and be like, these niggas got something around here.
Nah, they see it.
They see it.
They can throw an extra on top. We good for going for the extra on top. That's why you saying to Marlon Wayne. Shout out to Marlon, because he stood his ground. You know what I mean? I wonder what Tony Yayo gonna do, but it's like they did that with South by Southwest, and that used to be like
in Austin.
Yeah,
okay.
That was like the underground artists. You go find your favorite underground artists and everything. Not underground, mainstream too. You can catch them at that point, but be up close and see them. They bouncing show to show to show. Like with anything though, the money coming, the shiny, the suits come in, and now the fans is in the back of the higher ticket buyers.
Oh, so now they got okay.
So it's just now the essence, the heart of it is gone.
It's commercial now.
It's commercial, and I think that's kind of like what we all be going for. We go for like, shit, over there they about to give me 500.
Right.
You know what I mean? Opposed to this 200 or
right.
whatever, 100. And that 5 just automatically say, I want the 5. And not even realizing what's really going on.
What's really going on.
They're not even looking past that to you. Here you go. They know what they doing, what they building. And if you looked at it that way and collab with somebody else, building the same thing, we can do it. You might have to take $300 less though. So it's like, I don't know. It's just like one of those things that everybody get lost in the sauce with that chili and
that mighty dollar.
Yeah,
the mighty. But that goes also to what you were just saying. Like, we should be able to piece together and do something good with it, right? Like, even if we don't see each other every day, if we know each other, we should be able to trust. Like, hey, here you go ahead. Do what you do.
Yeah. Facts.
But on a bigger scale, it should be the same way.
Yeah.
Like, we should have built up from here all the way up here, where it's like, fuck, well, okay, South by Southwest is weak. Well, we got some shit in Joshua Tree.
For sure.
Let's start doing this shit. You know what? I built some shit out here. Let's just see what it do this year.
Mm-hmm.
All right, for sure. I'll be out there.
Yeah. That's why the team is important. You need a cold squad and everything. Because it's like, that's why I try to show love, you know, from the net to real life. I try. But, and I also, like I said, I'm big on highlighting that person that's like, I see them trying, but people not acknowledging it yet.
Right.
Not to say I'm want to be first or nothing like that. I just know it's like gas money in your car. Like, I know what that's gonna do. So long as you go another extra block after I say what I say or whatever 2 cents I got to give, that's a win for me.
Right.
Because I like to see people winning. Like, I love it. I especially the obvious. When you see somebody obviously, you know what I mean? Like, God, like what the problem is. You know what I'm saying? Let's figure out a way to get behind and champion that real quick.
Right.
You might not get nothing of it other than just watching these people float. You might not, but like, you just go watch them anyways.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or come join. You feel me? But other than that, like, just sometimes just throw that push out there, man. Throw that retweet, whatever the case may be.
It don't take nothing.
It don't take nothing. It don't take nothing. Shit. And it do so much more. And that's why I be trying to figure out, like, oh, we just some conflicted souls. People don't really know. Some people got a hard time showing love.
It's
like, a hard time.
People have a hard time apologizing. People have a hard time taking accountability.
Yeah.
And it's like, like those things flow over into other things in life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm watching What Could Go Wrong.
Okay.
You know, and then you and T-Real talking and you guys going through what you guys are going through and him saying, oh, your family didn't want to apologize or this and that.
Mm-hmm.
And him saying he doesn't care. You know what I mean? Like, but you actually really do care.
Really do.
You really do care.
Yeah.
But we have this wall up that even if my actions say I care, I'm going to say I don't.
Yeah.
Like, and we have to start being real with each other. And I was going to ask, so let's get into this. Have you and T-Real gone to lunch just like as black men brothers fellowship? Like, hey, man, let's go talk about some shit. Like, let's go eat. Let's go spend some time with each other.
No, we haven't. What am I about to say? We haven't done that.
Like, have y'all been outside of, I hate saying the umbrella, outside of like streaming potting, outside of the buildings that we do it in, have you guys taken the time to say, nigga, get up, let's go eat, let's go get a lunch?
We haven't. And no, we haven't. And I don't know. I mean, I'm with it.
You know what that's called? Breaking bread.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, no, it's needed and all that. I don't think that's his
nigga,
style.
y'all do a business together.
Yeah, for
y'all
sure.
Make money together.
That's the crazy thing about it.
And like, y'all haven't broke bread.
We haven't done that. And
I knew that's what was missing.
Yeah, no, I know.
I knew that's what was missing. I was like, these niggas have not had lunch. These niggas are not.
You know, the one time I did go holler, I hollered at them.
Niggas would be at a strip club with each other before.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It'd be that type of shit. Like, come on, turn the music up louder. I really don't want to hear you.
Oh,
that's basically what it be. I really don't want to hear you. Turn that music up louder. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, we could go. Nah, I don't want to eat, nigga. You good?
Yeah, you know. I told bro one time, and like I said, I'm a good judge of character. I don't think he's a bad man at all. I just think, but we need to go break bread though. But I told him this one time at Q's house, and this is now you got to know how I felt too. Like, this is me. I can get to this. This is me just trying to like make sure I incorporate them in his process of doing the album. Just getting them, you know, on the same page and all that type shit. I tell him something about I was in a rough patch right now. Chili was out of pocket. I ain't asking no money, nothing like that. I was just telling him as to why I couldn't do something.
Yeah.
And the next day, literally, he gets on that back on Fig, and he says that on that motherfucker. You got to know, for me, I'm like,
if I share something with you, they gonna be
what? So I'm like, yeah, like, hold on, like, bro, they just told you that the chili is crazy right now. What the fuck would you go in there and say?
Why would you
KEEM
do that?
broke. So it's like little shit like that to where,
and that's meaningful to you, nigga. Like that means a lot, nigga. If I am gonna go to this vulnerable, transparent state with you, that's not for this.
I promise you, that shit right there really did something to me. I'm like, what in the fuck was that about? Cause I didn't even understand what was that. I was like, what you about to get out of that right there? But hey, you know what I mean? We do need to break bread.
But look,
with it.
You know how meaningful that was to you? It might he might be thinking like, I don't want nothing.
I know.
And he don't think nothing of it. Like, it's like how we be on different pages with shit. Like, no, nigga, you know how this bothers you? This bothers me like that.
Exactly.
And the only way we get there is by having, you can't talk about your problems in the middle of the problem.
Nah, for sure. That's what I'm saying. I be trying to be, I'm aware of that. I'm aware, but I'm like, hey, man, hey, I got a lot of love for bro. I told him this. I told him I got a lot of love for him because he definitely, gave me the call. Somebody pull up and kept me. And like, I think the first interview, big hit. He asked me to come in on that. That was dope. Him and Hit Boy.
The older rapper?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
with his son, Hit Boy. And like, that was major. You know what I mean? Like, I think, bro, he not a bad person, man. He's just, I told him we similar. I know sometimes it may look like I'm out of pocket, in which I am out of pocket sometimes. Sometimes he out of pocket. Sometimes, pun. How do you deal with pun?
I've dealt with pun for a long time. You know what I mean? And to know somebody how they are, you know what I mean? And you don't expect somebody to be something that they never shown you to be, right? And pun is a cold, loving person.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, he cares about what he cares about. He cares about who he cares about. If you've made it into his circle, you're amongst few.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And for whatever reason, that's just his makeup. Yeah. You know what I mean? And he'll go all the way for you, or he won't. Okay. And he'll have his reason behind it. I might be like, fuck, cuz, like, why is this? He'd be like, cuz this is it, nigga. I'm not gonna hold hands, and you guys need to get on it, and which I appreciate. But Pun is a thinker, right? Like, and don't think he does anything without putting a thought process behind it. That nigga is very methodical.
No, I know.
He's a methodical motherfucker.
Yeah.
And he's a go-getter. He's gonna get to the bag, and he's gonna do what it takes, and he's gonna make sure his shit is good.
Yeah.
He values his circle. You know what I mean? And it takes a long time probably for motherfuckers, like, especially now at this age, to get in those graces. But if he fucks with you, like, just if Pun having a conversation with you about something that's more than what y'all doing is a lot from Pun.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's not his everyday, just talking to motherfuckers just to talk to motherfuckers. Yeah. And so if he's had a side conversation with you about something, or, hey, you should do this or build it, that's a lot coming from him.
Okay. Yeah, shout out. Yeah, hey, I fuck with Pun too, though. I've been peeping Pun whole play since early, as far as like this last couple of years too. And I see how strategic. I see he one of the same ones. I'm gonna get off first and, kick it off.
Right.
Type shit. And I think that's, what could go wrong do work too, because it's really like just like, I don't know, Yosemite Sam type shit. We all quick to the draw and all right, put the guns up. Let's try to talk about
right
it.
On it.
Yeah, but
like
we ready to you want you on, what you on? But I salute to them guys, man. It's been dope. They just gotta stop trying to act like I'm the little homie so much, man. You know what I mean?
They trying to big dog you?
They just trying to big dog me so much, man. I be like, golly, man, it's cool, man. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's the arena, and I get it. And I think what happens is, I know I'll be in character too. As true as to who I am, is on camera, I do get into the character. That's why I call myself Stone Cold Stunner and all that. But yeah. And while doing that, I can't. The goal is not forget who else is in there too. So don't be, taking everything at face value when it's said. You know what I mean? So I have fun with it. I just be having fun with this shit though, for real though. I have yet to like really ever be hot. I've been disappointed. Yeah. I've been shocked and all that, but I'm the type of person, I'm already a loner. I just not hang around nobody for no reason. So
right.
if I'm around, like I said, I
because you want to be.
Yeah.
It's not
cool,
just because I'm here, nigga. Like,
yeah, no, it's definitely not. It's like, nah, for sure. Let's do what we got going on.
The Punstigator, though, that shit has opened my eyes to some past shit. I've not, nigga, like...
Yeah, trauma.
Oh shit! I was like, wait, like it make you start thinking about shit, like, hold the fuck up. This ain't new. This nigga been doing this shit. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, and then you like, and you really start like thinking like the step to step and what his face looked like.
Yeah.
Like, how was it like, nigga? I remember that nigga. We was in Vegas, nigga, having a great time.
Man, that's funny.
Nigga, we having a great time in the pool way over here. We had already seen a nigga that we was like not fucking with. It was on some weird shit.
Yeah.
And I remember the moment of like, he was like, damn, that nigga tripping. I just remembered as he was tripping, like, go see what's up, and just going over there and handling business. But now that I see Punstigator, I go back to that situation. Nigga. And like, I'm like, wait, hold on, wait. Yeah. This how this nigga roll up in the pool. He like, what's up with that nigga over there? I'm like, who? He's like, that nigga over there. Somebody need to get on that nigga. And I'm just looking at it. I was like, that nigga? He's like, yeah, he been tripping. I get out the pool, go all the way over there, go handle business. This nigga Pun still in the pool, nigga.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I look back over there, this nigga Pun in the pool like this.
He really out of pocket, dog. I ain't gonna hold you, homie. He gotta chill.
And not like I went over there by myself. He didn't send me into some danger zone.
Yeah.
But he sent me over there. We was all over there. But he was tripping in our area.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like he sent me on a solo where I was gonna be by myself.
Yeah.
But it was just cold, nigga, looking back. And that nigga never left the pool, nigga. He popped it.
That's some funny shit
like,
right there, homie.
Like, okay.
Job well done.
Job well done.
Job well done, man.
And that's just literally just his little character. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's how he entertains himself.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
He finds it funny. He challenges himself. It's how he keeps himself entertained and not bored.
I think I think he like to get to the truth too, because it's kind of like boils down to the truth. Destruction is like, now telling I was just out here just cracking up lies all day is crazy. You get the difference between entertainment, lies, and then like, now I'm just about to say that shit that nobody want to say.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm about to make that call. I'm about to put them on the line. Everybody else ain't about to do this. It's like getting down to the truth. Like I said, I had to find a way for that too, because I've been peeping it for a minute.
He gonna give you rope too.
Yeah,
he gonna give you rope.
Yeah, I know, and I've been saying, like I said, I study. I'm like, this nigga Pun, him and Mac, homie, they some
one and the same.
Yeah, like far as just the shit they plant in this space, and then fall
back like that. They go back into that bush.
They go back in that pool.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, they go back in that motherfucking pool. So yeah, exactly. Like,
looking out like.
Yeah, for sure. It's one of those things.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, let me respect y'all art. Let me respect it.
Hey, so look, I will say this though. This is I love seeing my brothers grow into who they are and going into a positive direction and building. I never saw this for Pun. Nigga, I wouldn't have bet a motherfucker $50
crazy
that Pun will be doing what he's doing right now.
Yeah.
In front of the camera, on the mic.
Yeah.
As comfortable and laughing and showing I would have never thought it.
Yeah.
I never would have thought it for any of us, but for that nigga,
that's tight.
to be where he's at and doing what he's doing, I never saw it. I wouldn't have bet $10 on that shit.
Yeah.
Because that was a $10 loss in my head for sure.
Nah, for sure. I mean, shit, you been knowing him all your life down there. Just from watching it 3-4 years ago, I didn't think that he was gonna go this far. Like, I didn't see him. I'm like, over the last 7-9 months or something like that, I'm like, he's cranked it up.
Yeah, he
didn't
hit the gas pedal.
Yeah, he didn't crank it up a few notches in this motherfucking.
This nigga done shifted to third gear.
And I can kind of almost get where they're at, because like once again, our age and shit. It's like, hey man, if you go do it, or just don't do it,
right?
Or if you do a hobby, whatever. You do a hobby up. But if you go do it, see what the hell you can get up out of this real quick. You know
Right.
what I mean? Don't start dimming your own life, feeling like it's too late for you to do this shit. And it's not too late if you got a line outside. You know what I mean? If it's a line outside and they people like this building, this is my building.
Right.
This is the day I got my real estate and my real estate. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? We open for business now. So yeah, salute though. Salute to Pun. You know, he big for emotion right now.
Right. And that age shit, I always fall back to Bernie Mac, right? Like
exactly.
I always fall back to, or even Samuel L. Jackson, right? Like they became the greatest at what they did, but we didn't know them until they were 40.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
imagine if those niggas would have been like, I'm too old to be doing this shit.
For sure. Yeah, exactly.
We wouldn't have got Bernie Mac. We wouldn't have got Samuel L. Jackson. We wouldn't have got the greats if they would have let their age detour them. Well, I ain't made it by now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't made it by now, so it's over.
For sure. For sure.
Like, that was greatness that came at a late age.
I look at age the same way everything else that gets sold for the high. Wine.
Right.
All types of shit. Anything that gets
Retro shit. Like,
yeah, you know what I mean? It's like
vintage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like what? You crazy, man. You know what I mean?
I'm just going to throw $1,000 on top of it. Somebody going to buy it.
Exactly. Motherfucker. Walking history, man. Walking history books, man. So it's dope though. This is dope across the board, man. I love this space. I'm excited for everybody to continue figuring it out. And my whole thing, I just want somebody to crack though. If it's not me, not just somebody, you know, all, but I know how the game go. I just want a few people to just take it so damn far.
Take it all the way there.
You know what I mean? Because even when they do, if it ain't me, if it's you, I feel good enough about getting in the building. I can come in the building, you know what I'm saying? Set
And
up
the
shop in
way
the
that it
building.
happens is like, it might be Tiny.
Mm-hmm.
It might be TF. It
Yeah.
might be Manny. And whoever it is, we got to be in that mentality of like, how do we push this nigga?
For sure.
How do I help Tiny get to the next level? What is it that I can do? Oh, these are my connections. This is what I got. Because you have to look at Tiny like that's you.
Yeah.
Like if he makes it,
Yeah.
I made it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm going to get, even if he doesn't give a kickback, but you know you relate and you see yourself in him.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like
For sure.
if Tiny wins, we win.
We won. It's already, yeah.
Because his
exactly.
wife wins, his kids win. And that's us. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, I'm happy for his kid to do well, his wife to do well. And that goes for everybody. You know what I mean? Like, so we just have to be able to fall in line and not be like some of these other people or some of these rappers that won't help their boy with their bags. Because they supposed to be the rapper.
Yeah.
Or I was supposed to make it. Nah, I don't hold bags.
Yeah,
Like,
for
nigga,
sure.
where's that ego coming from? Where's
Yeah.
that? Like, nigga, support your boy.
Support, man.
He's the one.
That's why I'm gonna throw it out there again, my boy TF, man. That's my brother right there, man. He is very supporting,
Hey, that new song he got.
tapping in. Oh yeah, he going crazy.
Cause I don't know what the name of it is, but it's a Cali song. It's like it brings me back to when I was coming up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that shit.
De Leon,
nigga,
nigga. Yeah. Oh me, man.
And I really think that shit's up next. You know
Nah,
what I mean?
for sure.
Like,
I told him that's a pocket right there.
Nigga.
It's a pocket.
So shout outs to TF. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to
everybody.
Apollo,
Yeah.
Ace Boys Worldwide. And because I feel like Ace Boys Worldwide and Apollo is really the strongholds.
Yeah.
Nigga, like I really feel like the fandom, the support that we get from what we get and from the numbers that we get from the subscribers that we get, Apollo and Ace Boys Worldwide are going to go somewhere. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's just about doing your own thing off to the side.
Right.
You know what I mean? Making sure that you're not, like these niggas was about to go to on tour.
Uh-huh.
And so I was like, oh, nigga, y'all about to be gone for a month.
Yeah.
So that means, nigga, these lies ain't happening. Nigga,
yeah.
these Fridays is done.
Y'all get y'all a Mac WAP situation.
Nigga, the Mac Wop said, nigga, that, and this is this.
Yeah.
Like, this is this. Oh, them niggas gonna be gone. We gonna be right here.
Yeah, nah, for
You know
sure.
what I mean?
You got
and,
to.
And that's nothing wrong with that.
At all.
There's nothing wrong with setting yourself up for success. Okay, y'all gonna be out. I'm gonna go live every day y'all gone.
Yeah.
Cause y'all didn't ask me to go, nigga.
Straight up. No, on me. Straight up. On me. Shit. What the fuck are y'all doing? On me. I was about to be over there at Sorella. I mean at the warehouse. That shot probably came up like a shot. At the warehouse and go wrong myself. Like, hell no, man. I ain't taking off for no damn month right now, man.
Exactly,
you know what I mean? But nah, I was with it though. I was with it. I just know, just keep it up. Like keep up the what can you do? That's all it boils down. What can you do for yourself? You know what I mean? You know what that's gonna be like. It's like we call it Apollo. When we get together, it's on some Voltron shit, like come together. It's just that. You know, it's dope. We're always better together.
Damn,
but
Voltron.
Yeah, it's always better together. But hey, man, shit, go over there, hold your corner down, hold my corner down.
Right, because this can be the meeting spot.
It gotta be.
This can be where we come back to, where we always fall back. We'll always have this.
It's always. That's it. That people gonna love us together regardless, like for sure. Just don't get lost in having to
depend on that.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I got. Like, nah, nigga.
Yeah.
If this is what you got, you gonna be sorry.
For sure.
Because if you're not building and showing your worth and your value and what you could bring to the team, why am I bringing you?
Mm-hmm.
Why am I? Oh, just because I love you? I can't bring you just because I love you, nigga. Like, I'm not going to take up a spot just because you here.
Nah, it won't gonna work that way.
It's not business.
You really out of pocket yourself at that point.
You're out of pocket for demanding that of somebody and sacrificing or jeopardizing them being even more successful because you just want to sit there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so that's why I'm trying to do what I can do and build. And there's a platform for this kind of conversation. And there's also a platform for entertainment and going back and forth and laughing. Yeah. Because laughter is the key to the soul also.
Get you right.
But we need to be equally balanced and have that opportunity where people get to see you in this element, talking about the stuff that you're talking about and me talking and whoever it is, because all of us got it.
Yeah.
We all got it. We just need the avenue or the platform to be able to let it out and like say, and chill.
Straight up.
You know, and so that's what I'm doing here. That's what I'm trying to do with Reality Check with Rios.
Nah, you got it,
We
bro.
got KEEM here. We got DADICATED.
Big DADICATED.
Before we get out, let's talk about DADICATED and what you see for it, not just to promote it and pub it, but just so that people can have a further understanding of like your drive for DADICATED.
Man, my drive for it. Good question. I always get jammed up on these ones. I mean, the plan really is I'm trying to, like I said, I just needed to help myself. I was barely surviving
right
myself. So I couldn't really get into a lot of the things I want to do. I'm just trying to empower the youth, but that's the youth side of it. And the youth, you know, I'm going to do that anywhere I go. Really, it's that fellowship between the guys and the women, you know, the women that have fathers and women that's dealing with it. I just want to get the fellowship, the communication, the D for dialogue. I just want to strengthen that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm also I want to keep empowering the dads that's already in it, got their heart in it, you know. I want to like give my nods off to them, let us know we doing the right thing. But then also to the ones that, you know, fell to the wayside a little bit or quote unquote deadbeats. I got a little space in there too.
It's not too late.
It's not too late.
It's not over.
Yeah, it's not over. So it's like, I don't know who you've been around that allow you to stay in that mentality like it's over and everything. I just want to create a space to where let you know, like,
you welcome over here.
You welcome, man.
You welcome over here. You're not
like,
left. We're not leaving you behind. I love that about it because it's not like the statement or the quote statement, whatever, like perfect, not present. Present, not perfect. Yeah. I told you how powerful that is to me. You know what I mean? Like just hearing that because presence is everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like some kids will just love for their dad just to be there present, witnessing their performance. Rather than their dad being a filthy fucking rich and not making it to any performances.
For sure.
You know what I mean? The dad that's struggling, that's there.
Yeah.
It has more of an impact on his child because they can always say, my dad was fucking struggling, had a hard ass life, but guess what? That dude was there.
That spirit kicked through.
Man.
It's all about that spirit, man. And I mean, like I said, guys hang around guys all day. I mean, they know they ain't dealing with the youth and all that. I'm just trying to, just like I said, keep the conversation in there. Treat this just like your favorite basketball team, and rep it because if you whether the hat on or hat off or whatever, that's what I'm pushing. When you see me, please understand. That's why I wear it so much. Understand that that's what I'm on. So if you can't help or you ain't looking to help, then you don't really got to bother me. Just leave me alone. I'm not here to bother you.
Right.
I'm not here to bother. I'm here to take away from nobody, nothing like that. I'm just trying to create a space to where I talk to enough fathers, and I'm very much more comfortable with my daughters and soon-to-be son, existing in this world.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like any fraternity, you know what I mean? Fraternities, they got connections all across the city and everything. Like, yo, if I'm way out in Corona, my daughter happened to be coming around here, she doing something in this neighborhood, I feel comfortable. Right. That Rio, it's like, hey, daughter's them around the corner and everything. You know what time it is.
Exactly.
Like, just whatever that may be, just spin a car, whatever. I'm just trying to raise the consciousness of us and just add more confidence into what our abilities and how the impact with these kids. But then for sure the kids, it'll all fall down on the kids. You do right for yourself, it'll fall down on the kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's a lot to tackle. It's a lot. That's why I be in and out with the merch.
It's crazy though, because your base, what you're talking about, is servitude.
What's that?
It's service.
Oh,
service.
Okay,
service.
yeah.
You just service. Like, I'm here to help.
That's it. That's all.
How does that not succeed though? You know what I mean? Like, how does that not succeed? Like, that is a success in itself.
Yeah.
It's based on a successful platform. Yeah. Like, nigga, I'm not about you. I asked you that question. Nigga, you did not say nothing about making fucking money.
No, it's not. I tell you, I just wish I had the money to do more.
To do more.
Yeah.
And that's service.
Yeah.
And that's what they preached in all religions, all spirituality, is like, you're supposed to be here helping people.
Yeah, for sure.
And so big shout out to Dedicated and the service and the work that you're putting in and the energy and the love that you're putting into your brand to help other fathers, help people out there, daughters, mothers, all that shit.
Thank you, bro.
And I appreciate you standing on what you're standing on and building something that matters.
Yeah.
So,
man,
Dedicated for sure, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you for coming through. Reality Check with Rios, my boy KEEM.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know who's next, but I got my guy here. Yeah. And we'll worry about the next one when we worry about it. But we out.